Hello, good day to everyone, and I'm teacher Jonathan, and today I'll be discussing you a lesson about writing equation of lines. Okay, so there are four ways on how to write equations of lines. So we have the first one. We have you can create it or you can write equations given the 2 points or the slope and a point. The slope and its intercepts, and the last one is the intercepts. So as you can see, there are four ways on how to write equation of a given line. Now let's start with the first one. If ever 2 points are given, how are we going to create or how are we going to write equations of that particular line? Okay, let's start with this. Let's have an example for this one. Suppose we have a coordinate point, let us say point A is at 4 and 2, and the other one is at point, let us say this is point B is at 2, -2. Of course, we're going to create a line using that 2 points by connecting the 2 points. Okay, so this will be our given line. We have 2 points, point A and point B. How are we going to create or to write the equation of this given line? So what will be the formula? We have the formula for this given problem on how to write equation given the 2 points only. Okay, so the formula for this one is that y minus y1 is equal to m multiplied by x minus x1. Okay, now as you can see, we have the m, which means slope of a line. Compute first for the slope. That's why we have our last topic, slope of the line. Okay, so what is the slope for these 2 points? Of course, we have to use the formula for slope. We have y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Okay, suppose this is our x1. I'll be using red ball pen, a red pencil. This is our x1, our y1, and this is our x2 and y2. Okay, so let's just substitute the given values for each variable. So we have x1, a y2 minus y1. What is y2 again? That's it, -2. I'll be using green. That is -2 minus, what is the value for y1? So y1 is +2. So I'll be using red so that it will be easy for you to understand the color coding. -2, +2. And then what is x2? x2 is +2. So I'll be using red again. And then minus the x1. So there you go. Like +4. I'll be using red for that. Okay, so as you can see, -2 minus 2, that will give you -4, and 2 minus 4, that will give you -2, or -4 divided by -2, that will give you +2. Therefore, our slope is +2. So we already got the value for m, meaning to say we can use the formula now. We can proceed to the given formula. Okay, so now that we were able to get the value for slope, all we have to do now is to use the formula. So what is formula again? Y minus y1 is equal to m quantity x minus x1, x sub 1 later. So we have to copy y minus what is y1. Y1 is positive 2 is equal to m. What's the value of m? That is 2. And then just copy variable x minus what is x1. X1 is positive 4. Okay? Now let's just multiply this one using distributive property of multiplication. So we have y minus 2 is equal to 2 times x, that will give you 2x, and then 2 times negative 4, that will give you negative 8. Okay, so and then we can transpose negative 2 here to right side, and that will give you y is equal to 2x minus 8. So since this is negative, it will become positive 2. Okay, so for final answer, that will give you y is equal to 2x. Negative 8 plus 2, that will give you negative 6. Okay, so this equation is what we call slope-intercept form, given the 2 points. So we were able to write an equation. Now, if you're going to put this into a standard form, we can do it also. Okay, let us erase first. Suppose we have y is equal to 2x minus 6. We're going to transform it into standard equation. Ax plus by is equal to c. Okay, so all you have to do is to transpose 2x from right side to left side. That will give you negative 2x plus y is equal to negative 6. So there you go. This will be the equation for this given line. Okay, so the name or the equation of this line graph is negative 2x plus y is equal to negative 6. There you go. Let us have more example. Suppose we have point A at negative 6 and 7 and point B at positive 2, negative 5. First things first, we have to get the slope of these 2 points before we can proceed to the writing of equations of the given line. Okay, the formula for slope is m is equal to y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Okay, suppose the first point, let us say the first point, the point A is our x1 and y1, and then our second point or point B will be our x2 and y2. Now we can just simply substitute the given values for each variable here. Okay, so let us try to replace. So our y2 is negative 5. That is negative 5 minus, just copy the minus sign. What is our y1? Y1 is positive 7. And then our x2 is positive 2 minus, what is our x of 1? That is negative 6. Okay, now we can simplify this one. We have negative 5 minus 7, that will give you negative 12. And then 2 minus negative 6, that means, this means 2 plus 6 by changing the sign of subtrahend. That will give you 2 plus 6. It will give you a sum of 8. Meaning to say, our slope will be 12 over 8, or we could simplify this into a lowest term, which 12 and 8 are both multiples of 4. So we can divide 4 for both numbers. 12 divided by 4, that will give you negative 3, and 8 divided by 4 is positive 2. So we could simplify, we could say that the slope of these 2 points is negative 3 over 2. Okay, now that we were able to get the slope, we can now proceed to the formula. What is our formula again? Okay, let me just copy the given here. The value for m is 3 over negative 3 over 2. Okay, so what is our formula again? Okay, so our formula that we are going to use is y minus y1 is equal to the slope multiplied by x minus x sub 1. Okay, all we have to do is to substitute for y1, m, and x1. Okay, let us solve this. Let's copy variable y minus, what is our y1? Our y1 is positive 7. Okay, so we could also remove this parenthesis since the given is positive. Okay, what is our value for m? That is negative 3 over 2. Negative 3 over 2 quantity x minus, what is our x1? That is negative 6. So we can use the parenthesis now because this is negative sign. Now, what is the next step? Let's copy y minus 7 for the meantime. Okay, so we could multiply this by distributive method of multiplication. So negative 3 over 2 times x, that will give you negative 3x over 2. And then minus negative 3 times negative 6, that will give you positive 18 all over 2. Okay, so as you can see, we have two fractions here. So a lot of you are having difficulty when it comes to solving fractions. But the best way for us to solve this one, or to remove the denominator of 2, all we have to do is to multiply all of them by the reciprocal of denominator 2. That will give you as simple as 2. In order for us to cancel out this denominator 2. Okay, so using distributive method again of multiplication, we have to multiply 2 every term, for every term. So 2 times y, that will give you 2y. 2 times negative 7, that will give you negative 14. And then 2 times negative 3x over 2, that will give you cancel out 2. That's automatically. Okay, and then 2 times 18 over 2, that will give you, cancel out 2 again, it will give you negative 18 only. As you can see, this is very easy. All you have to do is to multiply the reciprocal of any halves. Okay? Okay, so now that we have this equation again, okay, so all we have to do is to simplify it by combining all the like terms. So we have 2y here. This is a constant number, and we also have a constant number here. So we have to transpose this negative 14 to the right side. So meaning to say, we have to copy negative 3x, negative 18. And since this is negative 14, we have to change it into positive 14. Okay, so what is the next step? So we have to combine this negative 18 and positive 14. Okay, so let us try to write it here. Let's copy 2y minus negative 3x minus 18 plus 14. So I just copy it. Okay, so we have to combine this. That will give you 2y is equal to negative 3x. Negative 18 plus 14, that is negative 4. Okay, so to finalize our equation, we have to transpose negative 3x from right side to left side. Okay, so and since this is negative 3x, that will become positive 3x added by 2y equals negative 4. As you can see, we already have the standard equation. for these 2 points, negative 6, 7, and point B to negative 5.